Welcome to the Broke Book Girls podcast. We're Anne and Bree, and this podcast is going to be your go-to destination for indie reads. We highlight incredible indie authors, explore new worlds, and introduce you to books that you won't find anywhere else. Tune in for your next read, a laugh, and a share in the joy of finding your home. Hello and welcome to the Broke Book Girls podcast, your go-to destination for indie reads, the podcast that is good for your soul but bad for your TBR. Today we are talking to a very special someone, but before we introduce them, let's talk about our current reads. What are you currently reading, Brie?
I am currently reading an arc, A Tale of Cursed Hides by T.R. Shearing, she's a Kiwi author.
Ooh.
Very, very much like a Little Mermaid retelling, but a little bit different, which I'm really enjoying. She hasn't lost her voice yet, so I'm not sure what to anticipate. I'm 60% through, and I made a note on the other, literally on Friday, going, "What if she doesn't end up with the person who I think she's going to end up with?" Which was a bit of I was just like, hang on a second, what if this is not what it seems? But I'm really enjoying it at the moment. Very easy to read. So I know you also got the arc for that, Anne. So I think you'll enjoy it because I definitely am.
Yeah.
What are you reading?
I'll be reading that very soon. Yay. I'm currently reading Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf. I have been eagerly anticipating reading this, and I finally decided to just pick it up this weekend. This is a dark dystopian romance where we're following, in this world, there is different sectors to this city, and if you're in the center of the city, you're one of the elite, and you always have to wear a mask. The only person who's allowed to see you unmasked is your partner that you get married to. And then as we go out and out, it's more poor and people are struggling. And we're also following our female main character, who is a mercenary. So she's also a daggermouth. So she gets paid to kill people, and she gets paid to go and kill the son of the guy who's running this whole city, and shit hits the fan, and basically they have to get married. I'm so here for it. I'm loving it so much.
I keep seeing there's so much about Daggermouth at the moment that it's I'm kind of I think once I finish this read, I need to jump into Daggermouth because it's just,
oh my god, it's so good, and it's true enemies to lovers. Oh
hell yes.
Yeah. So today we are joined by Elisa Erwin. So Elisa, what are you currently reading? And please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Elisa Erwin, actually. And,
sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, that's fine. Everybody thinks Elisa, but I just didn't make my family red because I want to be difficult. I'm an indie author. I just had my debut come out last year, working on the second one. German, living in New Zealand, and yeah, that's kind of all there is to know about me. The worst, it's kind of terrible, but I'm currently reading my own book in preparation of this because I forgot everything that happened in there. Absolutely everything. And I'm writing the second one, and I'm just putting things in there. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure that's correct. And I'm reading, I'm like, oh, good thing I read this because it's not. So, yeah.
So funny because you probably have read it so many times when you were first publishing it, and then it's just as soon as it's published, you're like, nope, it's gone.
Yeah, the moment I hit publish, I just was like, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see it. I want to see it being sold, but that's it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Alrighty, so before we get into the bulk of our questions, we are going to get into our rapid fire questions. So you've got 60 seconds to answer these questions. The first thing that pops into your mind, Bree's going to be asking them. I'm going to be the timekeeper, and the time to beat is 45 seconds. So let's see if you can do it. Let me get my timer pulled up, and then we will get straight into it.
They have been changed. I went in there to look at them just before we came on, and I saw Anne had changed a couple. I was like, I'm just going to change these ones as well. So
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
we have adjusted.
Because I was like, we've been meaning to do it for ages. So, all right, here is my
It's time.
timer. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Favorite season?
Summer.
Kindle or physical?
Physical.
Villain or hero?
Villain.
Favorite book?
From Blood and Ash.
Cocktail or mocktail?
Cocktail.
Spice or no spice in books?
Spice.
Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Romance or thriller?
Romance.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Lots of garlic or not lots of garlic?
Lots of garlic.
Chips or wedges?
Oh shit. Wedges.
Movies or TV?
TV.
Call or text?
Text.
Favorite flower?
Oh shit. Hibiscus.
Done.
Ooh, nice. 9 seconds to spare. Nice.
Nice. Well done. Welcome to the new set of questions, guys. We're now going to have to put them all into a different order for the next
We might
person.
change them again. Who knows?
We've been meaning to do it for so long, and I was sitting there when I looked at the questions that I saw the ones that Anne had changed. I'm like, I'm just gonna. This is a good question. This is a good question.
Yeah. I think the garlic one is
People
just a
say-
staple. It's never going to change.
Oh. It's a necessary question to ask, and I think you're probably one of the first
Yeah.
people who has said morning when it comes to morning or night.
Oh.
It's a very small minority of people who go morning.
I just can't stay up.
And the
for
one that
long.
caught
I
you up
just
was
10
the
o'clock.
chips or wedges.
Yeah. Yes. You answered the favorite book very quickly, which does not happen very often.
So quick. No.
Yeah, I think you have these books that like get you through a time or that like are really close to your heart. Even if you read better books, they kind of still always stay a favorite.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well done.
So we will get into our main questions. Bree, would you like to start?
Oh, sure, why not? Sorry. What was the most challenging part behind your writing process? I can say words. Process.
Definitely the sex scenes. Yeah. Yeah, like the first draft was just miserable, and Amanda's my editor, so she actually called me out on it, and she would just be like, "You're better than this. You have to rewrite this." And she gave me a whole stack of books of sex scenes that she thinks would work. So I have to sort of study it a little bit because it was just not pretty. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's just like they're so difficult because it's more of an emotional thing, because otherwise if you go by just this happens and this happens, then it just turns into like I described it recently to a friend as a passionate night of mechanical stuffing, and that's really what it was.
Oh, that's a quote. We love it.
That is amazing. I need that on a mug.
All right, I'll mark that for ages of pages.
Please do, because that is amazing. That is a really good way to put it.
That's so funny. Oh god.
Yeah, and it's just
That's just gonna
I feel like a
be
bad sex
so
scene can
good.
really ruin the whole book.
I mean, I mean, I can imagine it is hard to write because you're trying to put so many things into holes, physically and emotionally.
And it's like, from an arc perspective, they can't just have sex because you want them to have sex. There needs to be sort of a reason for it. And it's like, why can't they just have sex and just, yeah.
Look, sometimes they just got to bang.
Yeah.
Just got to bang it out. Makes everything okay for them mentally, maybe.
Just a little bit.
Oh, no, that's funny. Any other things that were really difficult that you struggled with a little bit?
The time. I feel like I'm the kind of author that is doing everything wrong in the writing process. Because I did the first draft just like all chill, and then I didn't touch the book for a year. And then the whole Ages of Pages thing was coming up, and I'm like, right, now I'm gonna get into it. I was talking to an editor, they gave me some tips, and then I just left it. And then in January before, I was like, all right, now I have to do it. And then I just did like 15-hour days in a month and a half to just get that thing out. And didn't sleep very well. And then I just hibernated for half a year after that.
Valid. Jesus.
So I hear Al, planning everything, and the next book is already with the editor before the first one came out, and I tell myself that I really want to be like that, and then I just don't. And right now I'm in the exact same position.
Oh no.
So we'll see what happens.
Hey, look, sometimes
fingers
diamonds
crossed
are
for
made
you.
under pressure.
Yeah, that's right.
That's my motto.
Yeah, diamonds are made under. I think that's my friend's motto when it comes to her assignments. I don't know how she does it, but she's like, it's due at midnight. And I'm like, how far through are you? And she's like, not even halfway. And I'm like, why do you do this to yourself?
Oh god,
really
I'm not that. I cannot be that person. Like, I cannot.
But hey, you got the baby out.
Yeah, it happened.
Did.
But yeah, it's kind of funny because in my job I have to do the exact opposite, and I'm so organized. And then when it comes to my own stuff, I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever. We'll see what happens.
It's called balance. You have to be. You're really organized in your professional life. So when it comes to your personal life, it's just like you put all of your brain power into the professional life.
Yeah.
Your personal life doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Things will happen
that
when
does
they
make
happen.
sense, yeah.
I see it all the time. I'm sort of like that.
I feel like it's the New Zealand influence.
Yeah, we're just so chill.
Chill, yeah.
Just
Wait,
like,
they're way too chill. I can't.
Yeah. When I first got here, and my partner would be like, "Oh, so do you want to go on a getaway in like next weekend?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, what do you mean you want to go on a getaway next weekend? We have to plan everything. We're not going to get a place." And he's like, "No, we'll be fine." And I would just freak out.
Yeah, it was like that with my partner. He would basically yeah, there is a delay. And I don't like it. Anyway, he would make me like he'd be like, "Oh, let's go on a trip, but you can plan it." I'm like, "Cool, I'll plan it." And then he'd be like, "Nah, we're not doing that. We're going to change the whole thing." And I would go for like a spiral. And I would crash out.
New Zealanders we're a unique breed of she'll be right. She'll be right is literally our mentality. No matter what it is, she'll be right. It'll be good. And but I've also been told that while we have that mentality, we don't speak our mind well enough. We're very we're very passive. One of my best mates is American. You probably would have heard us talk about him, Benjamin, who made us read fucking what's it called?
Yeah,
Empress Teresa. He is back. He has not read Seducing Scylla yet, and I told him on Friday, I said, you need to fucking read that book. And my friend went, you need to read that book. And he's like, I know. I took it. He's got it at home though, so he can read it. But he's American,
okay,
so he's used to. He just says what comes to mind. He just comes out with it, and I'm sitting there going, did you think about that before you spoke? And he goes, no. And I'm like,
I can tell.
It shows. I love
I think
that.
I think Germans are a little bit similar with that. So that's why I actually vibe quite well with Americans very often, because we'll just throw things at each other's heads and we're like, yeah, whatever. And I think I've offended a good bunch of New Zealanders before by just saying something and they'll just look at me like, what the heck?
Look,
Yeah.
the only thing that offends us is I actually don't know. I'm not a very easily offended Kiwi. I make jokes about my own country all the time because we don't exist. Anyway, we are a fictional place.
Yeah, on some maps.
Anyway, and your question.
My question. So you were just talking about your debut book just came out just under a year ago. How has your first year of being an indie author been?
Oh my god, it's been so exciting because the indie author community in New Zealand is just amazing. Like you meet so many new people, I've met so many new friends. You go to these events and it's just like, "Oh my god, you're here. It's so nice to see you." And it's just even online on social media, you have this connection that everybody reposts everyone and just gets really excited and celebrates your wins. And I think it's just like it's just so welcoming and just makes you all warm and fuzzy. So
Yeah.
that's been, I think, the best part about it. Yeah,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. Not any money, but that's fine. That will come. But yeah,
That will come. That will come.
and also,
Yeah.
Yet. There's no money yet.
and there's just so many good books that are indie. Like, I read all of Esme's books, and they're just so fun and quirky, and I feel like they wouldn't necessarily be picked up by a traditional publisher because they would want to squeeze it in a box to make it appealing to certain people, and they're just fun on their own, just as they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
think that
so
tends to be the
Kiwi.
thing
I
with-
love them.
I haven't read her books yet. I need to.
You do.
The latest one,
You
Wide Eye,
do.
so good.
My favorite.
So funny.
So good.
The bathtub scene, I was just like, oh my god, girl, really? Yeah.
Let me just.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Look, I can block my ears, and because I don't listen back to the podcast, so I won't get any spoilers because I don't listen to our own podcast.
No, I want everybody who listens to it to just read it. It's just really fun.
Yeah. As my brat.
It is
We have to get around the
on
potty as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me read her books first, or at least
Of course.
some of them. Give me a chance. Oh god. So the Betrayal of Fire, did you know how the book was going to end before you started? Did it change? Did you find out as you went along? Like, what was your thought processing behind?
Yeah, that was interesting. So I am a huge planner, so I actually have a spreadsheet, and I had to fill out every single scene before I could write the whole thing.
Oh wow.
With like, the goal, the motivation, the conflict, like it was just mental. And even before that, I would write down each scene in just a couple sentences, and only if I wrote everything down, I could even start to write it, because I had to know where it's going. It changed so much from the first draft because I sent it to an editor, and she didn't even, I just sent her like the premise and everything, and she didn't even read it and already said, so this is not gonna work. This and this doesn't make sense. Like your magic system needs to be reworked. And she was actually really good because she, without charging anything, went through and talked to me, like got these questions rolling, like what like what are the rules of your magic system? If you do this, like where does it come from? Where are the gods coming from? Like what's the drive of it all? And originally I researched a lot about meteors because I just needed something that needed the world to end. And then she got me off that path because she said it wouldn't make sense if it's like an outside force. And in the end, the book turned out so much better. So I'm so grateful for her. But it was a little bit soul crushing writing it, and then you just had to change everything.
Oh God.
Yeah,
That
that
would
was necessary for
be,
sure.
yeah. That would be hard to hear, but I'm glad that she did it in a way that was like, hey, I want this to be the best thing that you can write. So here's how you can change it and fix it. And I like that. And it wasn't like, this is shit. You like, no, you know?
Yeah, I think especially as a debut, you have a rough idea of things that need to happen in what order, and you think about systems and causes and everything, but you just don't maybe dig deep enough sometimes. So
Mm.
I'm really grateful that for the first book I sort of got that help from her that really shaped it into what it is right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And hey, it's a good book. I think I read it in 2 days in between work, and I was sitting there at work reading it because I was just like, I didn't want to engage with anyone in the break room because I was pissed off at everybody. Um,
Yeah, that's fair.
so it's better. So are you happy with what you've got now?
Oh yeah. I read through it in the last few days because I just needed to remember what happened. And there was some lines where I would just laugh and be like, "Oh, that's actually not too bad."
Excellent.
Yeah.
It was
I
actually
think
fun.
authors are like their own worst critics as well. Like they'll reread their work and
Mhm.
be like, nah, like I need to change this.
Yeah. And especially because I was under such time pressure because I had signed up for Ages of Pages months before that book was. I think I had like 8 chapters when I signed up, and I just messaged her and be like, "So can I like sign up later?" And she would say, "Oh, but maybe there might not be tables." So I just did the leap. But I think there was definitely a little bit of panic shooting for the goal, and in the end, I was like, "It's good enough. I'm happy with it. And if there's something that doesn't make sense, I do not want to know about it."
That's fair. Yeah,
If it
that's
doesn't
fair.
make sense now, you can always fix it in the next book. You can be like, so
Oh
you
yeah,
remember this?
Hmm.
Cliffhanger ended.
yes,
Here's how we resolve.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, because I think both you and Holly Bowen last year were like debut authors of like a few days right before Ages of
yeah.
Pages. So yeah, I think
Jeez.
Holly Bowen got bullied by a couple of her ARC readers to like do a late sign up. Um, and yeah, I think that would have been really scary. Like just having your book out in the world and then going to this event and trying to sell your book.
First event.
Yeah, though I went as a minion for AJ and Duff the year before, so I kind of knew what I was getting myself into, and
Yeah,
she was there supporting me from afar, so that was definitely easier. And I was sharing a table with Nick's, I think, Whitaker.
yeah.
So all of that just made it easier. But yeah, every time somebody would buy my book, I'm like, I hope it's not terrible.
So, what
Author's
was the
nightmare.
inspiration behind the Betrayal of Fire?
So there seems to be a theme in my life that every accomplishment just kind of builds on me loving the movie Frozen from Disney. Um,
Okay.
Elaborate.
so career wise, I went into animation after seeing that movie. After So it was out for a year, and I always thought, oh, why do Americans love this movie so much? Like, how can it be this good? And be like, "Rah, rah, rah, I hate everything new." And then I watched it and I cried. And I was like, I really want to do this. And then, I went down the route of getting into the animation / film industry. And with the book, I was kind of I'm a huge daydreamer. So I would just for years, have like this little story in my head of what would happen if Elsa was, just like casually in our day-to-day life. How would people react to her? Why would she be here? Would she be famous? Would she not be famous? What? Yeah, like, and then it kind of turned into this whole. What if we had magical people to just solve all of our life's problems? That would be nice.
They're very
And
nice.
then eventually it just shaped into a story away from Frozen, because I don't want to get sued, and just a little bit more grown up and more complex. Yeah.
Yeah.
The question, though, now here that has come to my mind: Frozen 1 or Frozen 2?
1. Sequels. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with sequels in general in most movies, because people don't plan for them. And you can tell it's like a story slapped on the end, and it just makes me really mad.
Fair enough. I just, speaking about Frozen, like, okay, but now what are you, tell us your thoughts on Frozen 2. That's good to know. That's interesting. Very interesting.
There's some really good songs in Frozen 2, but at the end I just didn't get it. I didn't get why she was this like fifth element of something. I didn't quite get it. I had to Google it, and you just knew from the backstory of them making the movie that it was just slapped on the back because they had to make a movie now because the other one made $1 billion, and just it didn't feel like it was for the sake of the art. Yeah.
I have to say, I saw Frozen 2 in the movies. I can't remember who I saw it with. And I started laughing towards the end. And I'm like, do you know why it's called Frozen 2? Because she gets frozen too. I lost it at Kristoff's song with Sven.
Oh yeah.
That's when I started to lose the plot. And then it was when Elsa gets frozen. I'm like, oh, she's frozen too. And I just heard a resounding from my. I can't remember who I saw it with, but I just heard a. And I'm like, I've cracked the case, guys. I couldn't stop the words leaving my mouth. I said it very loud. The cinema heard me. And everyone kind of just went, oh my god, what is wrong with you? It's not as bad as I went to the movies with a couple of my friends. We went to go see Jupiter Ascending, whatever the weird one with not Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis? I don't know. There's Jupiter involved, and it's got Channing Tatum in it. Might be Mila Kunis, but it's also got Eddie Redmayne, and Eddie Redmayne's character goes, I create life! And I destroy it very, very loudly and then very calmly. And then my friend very loudly into the cinema goes, hey, you're not God. And then none of us could take the movie seriously after that. It was just like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of like how I feel about the Avatar movies. Like, cinematically and visually, they are beautiful. But at the same time, there doesn't need to be a sequel or a third one. From what I've heard, it's basically a rehash of the first movie with like a different part of the world where they find these new species. And I'm like, oh, I'm not spending 4 hours in the movies just to see the same thing again.
I've watched half an hour of The Way of Water.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I just... And my friend went to go see Fire and Ash in cinema. Although he went and saw it when we had that really bad storm in Auckland. And the cinema, they could hear what was happening, but the screen, like they had like a power surge and the screen went dark, so they could hear what was happening, but they couldn't see. And he was like, it was a good movie. And I'm like, do you even know how it ends? And he goes, I heard how it ends. I don't know what happened. And I'm like, they refunded him his ticket though, and they refunded everyone their tickets and gave them a ticket for another movie. But I'm just like, I just don't care.
Yeah, it's
And he's got like 5 movies planned. Or 2 more after this one. Like we don't need that many. If you're gonna give me blue people, give me Smurfs. Or Ice Planet Barbarians. Hot take.
I mean,
Give me
I'd be down for that
Barbarians,
movie.
not Avatar. I'd rather deal with that. I'd rather watch that than Avatar any day. I'm sorry. I've
Yeah.
watched the first one, love the first one. Second one, nah,
Yeah.
never again.
yeah.
Um, who was the hardest character to write?
Mm. Oh, god damn it. Probably Lumi, because I tried her to be the sort of least angry, most harmonious one out of all of them, but still have enough personality. Because everybody's very angry. I feel like in the group of the Guardians, and it's just it was so easy to write conflict and just people being really angry. But if you wanted someone that's like, hey guys, let's just all Hakuna Matata, hold hands, that was just not that was quite hard to not make it feel like she's just a flat cardboard. Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
she does give Hakuna Matata vibes, though.
Yeah, she
She'd really
does.
enjoy Lion King,
Oh yeah.
but not the live action. She'd really enjoy the cartoon.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah,
she is
she
quite
was
chill.
Mm.
yeah. Um yeah, just trying to make her like the calm center of it all and still not trying to pick sides even though Kai is her best friend and they grew up together, but also just trying to keep the whole group together because there's
Mm.
a big rift there and yeah.
But I think you did really well in that sense. You did get it. You did nail her on the head with that calm. She's the peacemaker,
Mm,
Yeah,
or the
100%.
or trying
Especially
to
because
keep
the
the
others
peace.
are such like fiery characters, the rest of them, and they're like
Mm.
to fly off the handle quite well, like quite quickly. So yeah, she was definitely the calming presence, which I liked.
Mm.
yeah.
You did well.
Who is your favorite character and why?
Ah, I knew this question would come up and I was actually thinking about it quite a bit because funny enough, I think it's either Alandra or Thule because
Oh.
I feel like they're so angry, and um, and I feel like with them, they're the most complex out of all of them. I mean, we see
Mm,
Kai's journey and her anger and her feeling misunderstood and trying to belong somewhere, sort of like in either of the worlds. But I think with the other ones, it was just this like really deep rooted pain that you didn't see much,
Mm.
like didn't it wasn't as apparent. So because they were so complicated, it was a lot more fun to write, and it. I think I was just really angry at the time of writing it, so I feel like I felt more comfortable with them.
Mm.
Yeah,
mm, mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Did you feel a little bit better with your anger after you wrote these characters?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. Just the whole book felt so cathartic to write and just like was quite an outlet for me personally, just
Mm-hmm.
with what was going on in my personal life. And I don't know if you guys saw the what is it, acknowledgement? No, dedication at the front. So
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the book after my mom passed away the year before. So that was sort of like my outlet
Mm.
of where I took all of that anger and all of that grief. And I think that's also why that's so apparent that it's so like, oh, everybody's just angry and exploding. And butting heads all the time. And yeah, I felt better after finishing it.
Excellent.
That's good.
I'm just trying to open the book on my Kindle so we can read out the my computer's not working for me. I think I highlighted the dedication, I think. Come on, you stupid piece of crap of technology. Can't win. Is it that one? I don't know how to. As I'm now learning, I don't know how to work my Kindle.
Wow.
I don't know how to work my. I don't know how to work my Kindle. Please hold the line, callers. Nope. Come on, come on, come on.
For how clever technology is, sometimes it's so fucking stupid and just doesn't work. Have you got it?
So the dedication is, yes, I have. I've got it. Finally. I did read it and I did go, I don't know what's going on, but this was for you. I miss you.
Yeah.
I did sit there and go, I don't know what's going on, but it just gives me the feeling.
Yeah.
Reason number 500 why I'm going to trade out my Kindle for a Kobo. Driving me crazy. Anyway.
I've heard Kobas are easier to get your like library books on there. But I don't know.
Yes, you can get access Libby. You can get your Libby books onto your Kobo.
Any of them?
Yeah,
I think I have heard a lot of like for people like you can access. I don't know if it's you can access Libby from Kobo or if I don't know how it works. I don't know. I have a Kindle and my Kindle is stupid.
Yeah. Oh, it's so annoying. Like over in America, you can like download your Libby ebooks onto your Kindle, but over here you can't. And it's like, but I want to use. I don't want to buy the Kindle book, and it's not on KU. But I want to read it on my Kindle, not my phone. First world problems.
Yes, I gotta buy the book.
Yeah.
Go physical.
I mean, I would. I keep going.
I have
physical.
4 full bookshelves with piles of books on the floor because they don't fit on my bookshelves.
My bookshelf are very crammed at the moment because I don't have as much. I've got books stacked on and under and behind, and she's a little bit cramped. But yeah, always go physical. If possible, go physical. I'll buy a Kindle for now. If you could spend a day with any of your characters in your world, where would you go? Who would you go with? And why?
I'd probably go with Lumi. I feel like she'd be a good time. She'd teach me snowboarding or just playing in the snow, watching the Northern Lights. Yeah, I feel like if you went with Alandra or Tully, it would just end really quickly.
You would be set on fire. You'd be making s'mores, except you're the fire.
Yeah. And then I feel like Kai would be really chill, but it would be fun in the water, but I don't know if she's comfortable with using her power that much, and then it would be like a bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't like surf waves or something because she doesn't want to use her powers.
Yeah. Okay, so who? But where would you go within your world? Where would you go?
Probably something like Antarctica, just somewhere where people really can't get to, and just chill there with a hot chocolate and
Penguins.
and just enjoy not being around people.
Yes.
Yes. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm constantly thinking about seeing if they need nurses down there at the bases, and then going and being a nurse down there for like 3 months because the isolation might be nice, and it'll be cold, and then I can be nice and I'll be able to wear my layers, and I'll be so happy.
It'll be so calm. Yeah, I've looked too, but I have no skills whatsoever. I've considered briefly maybe becoming a cook to go there, but yeah.
You can have my skills, and then I can go be a penguin. And then I can kidnap a penguin and bring it home with me.
Bad Brie,
What?
bad.
No, good Brie, good. Hey, look, every time I go to the zoo with my friends, I try to trade one of them in for an otter, okay? Let me go to Antarctica and get a penguin.
Otters are the best.
Otters are
They're
the
so cute.
best. They're just liquid spite, but they're so cute and they hold their hands and they have favourite rocks and they have pockets.
They're the best.
Sounds like you, Brie.
They're so cute.
Because you like rocks too.
Filled with liquid spite and pockets. You weren't. You would have seen, I have a jar of rocks.
That's what I'm saying. You're an otter.
I literally have rocks right beside me so I can play with my. And then for Christmas, my friend got me more rocks, but they're kinetic, so they're really good. Where are they? They're not in this bag. I don't know where they are, but they're like kinetics. They're really good for anxiety. I should probably find those. But like they're I like rocks. Maybe I am an otter. I'm just 3 otters in a skin suit.
I agree.
That is how I now identify, but we can't tell the people that. Anyway, so Antarctica with Lumi, can't we?
Yeah.
Nice.
I would love that too, I think. Yep.
Should just be so.
I wouldn't want to go anywhere hot,
so, like,
because you can only take off so many layers without like ripping your skin off. Whereas if it's cold, you can put more layers on and get warm. Yeah. Which is funny because you did say at the beginning that summer was your favorite season.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Well, like a mild summer, you know, where you walk around and you're not being killed by the sun and you can wear all the cute outfits, but you don't sweat so much.
So like a European summer? Not a New Zealand summer.
Well, that's the funny thing. The European summer is just rain, but just sort of like the late summer, where it's kind of nice but not too hot.
So autumn.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Yeah.
The longer I exist in those times with each years that pass and the hotter the summers get, the more I hate everything in this season. I hate the heat so much. I hate the heat and I hate the beach because I don't like sand. And the ocean is far too big. Probably why I like the South Island West Coast so much, because when it gets hot, it doesn't get like it's like a little bit hot, whereas Auckland is really muggy.
So while you were in Greymouth, you were living your best life because it was thunderstorms and raining, and all of us were else dying of heat stroke because it was so freaking hot everywhere else.
Yeah, pretty much.
In like 32 degrees. Yeah, you're like, my flight got cancelled, and I was like, what? And my partner was like, what do you mean her flight got cancelled? I'm like, she's in Greymouth. And then we like looked at the weather map and we were like, oh. She's in the one part of the country where it was pissing down.
I was having a great time. I was like, and then I came back and I'm like, and then last week we had mugginess level of like 98%. And I'm like, yeah, I can feel that. And I could feel it in my chest.
Ugh.
It was
maybe just the West Coast girly.
I am just I'm an Aucklander who prefers to be in the South Island.
It is pretty good, so yeah.
It's so much better down there. But my whole life's up here, and most of my friends and my family, so it's like, but my friend did send me a job opportunity down there, and I did go, maybe I should apply, but then I'd have to pack up my life again and move down south, and I'm not ready to do that. I'm not ready to move into Ireland again. That was very stressful.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah. Your next question, Anne.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to write and publish a book?
Definitely read a lot and read up on story structure and arc, and at the same time just go for it. I think there's a lot of people that want to write a book and they're just so hesitant, and oh, if it's not perfect or if nobody likes it, just go for it. Life's too short. Like, just throw those letters onto a page and pay someone to clean it up for you, and it will be all okay.
I love
What if
that.
the page fights back? What if the page fights back? It doesn't like the words.
Words are hard.
Look, I hope the words come out of my fingers, but my fingers sometimes don't want to work for me.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much worry about, even when you just start writing, that the sentence that you write needs to be perfect. And we do this with other authors where we do sprints. So you have to do 15 minutes and you're not allowed to stop. You have 5 minutes beforehand to think about what you want to write, and you just have to go for it and just keep going. And at the end, might think, oh, it's not perfect, but you have 1,000 words more than you had before. So it's definitely a good way to do it. And you can always clean it up. You can't clean up a blank page.
Yeah,
And that's what first drafts are for.
Yep.
Yeah. And like, that's the thing, like, someone doesn't even have to read your first draft. Like, you could do your first draft, get it down on paper, kind of figure out where you want the story to go, rewrite it, do a second draft, and then you can give it to someone else to have a look at, if that's what you'd prefer. Like, no one actually has to read your rough draft.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or even your second or your third. It can always be just a thing for you as well if you don't want to publish. But if you do want to publish, I think at some point you also just have to go for it and realize that it will never be perfect.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. Good advice.
Do you have any more
Very
questions,
good
Bree?
advice. I've just thought of one. We're speaking about Ages of Pages. What events can people find you at this year?
Ages of Pages. I don't know. Like, that's the biggest one. And then probably they're doing an indie author festival at Westgate every year, so I'll probably be there again.
Yep.
And and I might try to just go to a couple markets here and there. But yeah, staying local so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you see that they're now expanding to two halls for Ages of Pages because they've got so many authors coming and they can't fit them all in the one space?
Yeah.
That's
so
insane. Because
that's
last year it was like 80 authors. This year it's like 140. And I'm like, holy! It blew up. I'm so excited.
This will be my first Ages of Pages.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We're going to be like feral running around.
Yes, we are gonna have so much. We're gonna talk to so many people.
I'm so excited.
There's so many that want to dress up, and I think a lot of people are planning to put a lot of effort into it because for a lot of authors that is sort of the main event of the year.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. It's so soon too.
Oh gosh, there's so much happening. The fact that it's February is a bit insane.
It's a bit scary.
Yeah.
They messaged
way too fast.
Yeah, they messaged us a few days ago saying it's 3 months before Ages of Pages, and I heard from a couple other authors that they just started panicking a little bit.
Oh no!
This is so soon.
Are you hoping to publish book 2 before then, or are you just going with book 1?
I'm hoping, I'm praying, and we'll see what happens.
Well, fingers crossed for you.
Yeah.
You've got this.
Yeah.
Just remember to sleep, please, and hydrate. Electrolytes.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm trying to be better, but we'll see.
Diamonds are made under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's all my questions.
So that is all of the questions that we have for you. So before we end our episode, we normally talk about our spark of joy and plug of the week. What's your spark of joy, Bree?
Well, all of my friends are now back in Auckland, which is very exciting. It's so nice to have everybody home. So we went out for my friend's birthday on Friday night after I'd been awake since 1 a.m. on Friday. Went out for dinner, and then we went and played pool, and I was out, and then got home 2 a.m. on Saturday. So my spark of joy is going out to celebrate my friend's birthday. I would not plug being awake for 25 hours in a row. I am still suffering the consequences of my actions. I've not done a late night like that in like 2 months, and I am realizing that I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Uh, but it was really good, and it's so nice to have everybody home. And I made a lemon cheesecake that was so good.
Oh, yum.
Nice.
And what's your spark of joy?
My spark of joy is finally reading a book that you've been eagerly anticipating for so long. Like with Daggermath. Like I have been seeing it online for a long time, and then a bunch of stuff happened over the last couple of weeks on Threads that kind of bumped it up on my TBR. And I just was like, you know what? Fuck my TBR for the month. I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna read it. And you know when you like know that you're going to love a book, and then you open it up and you start reading it, and it's even better than you thought it was gonna be. That's this book, and that's just my spark of joy for the week. Just reading this really freaking good book. What about you, Eliza? What's your spark of joy for the week?
This sounds so wanky, but I went to a film premiere on Tuesday,
Ooh.
and it was this goth. Yeah, it's like the first time I went to a premiere in like 4 years, so it was quite cool. And it was this gothic Maori film, which is about
Ooh.
in the time when the colonizers were coming, and just sort of about the dark, messed up stuff that they were doing to the Maori. And it's just so refreshing to see this indie movie that has so much deep emotion in our current landscape, where it's just really boring to go to the cinemas because it's all rinse and repeat.
Yeah, definitely.
It's called Marama if anybody wants to watch it.
Excellent.
I think I've seen that actually.
I barely go to the cinema.
And I think it also really kind of reflects what's happening in the world at the moment as well. Like history is just kind of repeating itself, which is very scary. But I'm glad you got to see a movie premiere. Yeah.
Yes. That is the unfortunate thing with humanity these days. It do repeat itself.
That's why I hate people.
I wish we'd learn.
Who said that? Not me. I didn't say that. All right, moving into our plug. Yeah, that's what it is. Moving into our plug of the week. What do you plug this week, Bree?
My plug is making lemon curd in the microwave, which I didn't think was going to work, but it works. I made a lemon
give us
cheesecake.
The details.
I was very amazed. Literally, I used one whole lemon, the juice, the zest, and then use half a cup of sugar, and then 2 eggs, and then 4 spoons of, I use Olivani because lactose intolerance. And like you chop that up, put it in, whisk it all together, put it in the microwave for 45 seconds, take it out, mix it again, and then you rinse it. You keep doing that for you do 4, 5, 45-second stints in a row until it thickens, and it's brilliant. It tastes like lemon curd that takes for fucking ever on the mic and on the stove. It tastes exactly the same, but faster.
Nice.
And it made like a whole cup of lemon curd, which I put all on the cheesecake, and it was perfect.
That sounds so good.
But yeah, you can make lemon curd in the microwave. So now I've got the recipe written down because I never want to forget, but it's like implanted in my memory because I love lemon curd. So yeah, that's my plug. Make lemon curd in the microwave, guys, because it takes less time than you think. And then you can put it on everything.
Love it.
What's your plug?
My plug is to read diversely. I think this is important no matter the time or place, especially now at the moment with everything that's happening in the world. I think it's really important that we read diversely, read from different cultures, read from different perspectives, and see the world as other people do, because we can get so focused in on our own little bubbles of privilege. And I just think it's really important that we start spreading out awareness of these stories and kind of giving them a voice as well. So that would definitely be my plug of the week. And we are probably going to be doing a diversity episode where we give you a bunch of book recommendations, so keep an eye out for that as well. What's your plug of the week, Eliza?
Remember that you can plug yourself.
And your book.
You know what? I feel like I've talked enough about my book. I feel like she's gonna get angry if I don't plug her. Read AJ and Dove's book. I feel like she's gonna stop being. So, there you go.
That's an Amanda thing to do.
Yeah. I haven't read it yet, but I think it's her best book yet.
I've read it, so I could probably give you the spiel.
I love it. I haven't
It
read
is
yet,
really
but
good.
it's the best one so far.
It's just like I kept telling her while she was writing that I have such a good gut feeling. I have such a great feeling, and she kept sending me like the alpha reads, and I just didn't have the time, so I didn't actually read any of it. But I just feel like this is a good book.
It is. It definitely is. So I definitely agree that this should be a plug.
That's amazing. Well, then we'll plug you as well.
Yeah.
We're plugging Eliza. Read her book. We've just been talking about it.
Available on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah.
Read it.
Alrighty.
Just buy the book.
Just straight up buy it. Don't even read it on KU, because fuck those KU page reads. Pittance for authors. Yeah. Alrighty. A massive thank you to Eliza for joining us today, and thank you for listening to us. Make sure to follow us on all our socials at the Broken Book Girls Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and you can find me at Runaway Irish Girl on pretty much every social platform that there is. Bree, where can they find you?
Cheese and Reads. I'm just going to say it. This Cheese and Reads. I almost said be the cheese again. And I was like, as you're saying this, I'm like, don't say be the cheese. Don't say be the cheese. And then I was going to say it. So just Cheese and Reads. If you can think that's where I am, I probably am there. So Cheese and Reads. Eliza, where can everyone find you?
Elisa Erwin author on Instagram and TikTok. Sign up to my newsletter. It has otter news once a month as well.
Sorry, otter? As in...
Just like I just tried to come up with something to put in a newsletter, and I love otters. Like I encountered them once. It was like a gift, and I just bawled my eyes out. And this handler was just looking at me, and he was like, "I really love otters."
Otters are nice.
So, well, yeah. Now there's a random section that just has good otter news about otters in the world.
Okay,
Or just
like any author listening right now, if you don't have a fun fact thing now of your favorite animal, you don't want it. Like
that is
it's amazing. That is such
genius.
a good idea.
so genius. You can be prepared for like 2 new subscribers to join like in 2 seconds. We will add Elisa's information down in our description as well, so make sure you go give her a follow and check out her book, The Betrayal of Fire. Massive thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it, and tune back in every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. for a brand new episode. Goodbye.